Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And we have now combined this is the 369 pulse motor. We've got 3 capacitors. We've got 6 magnets on the rotor, and we've got 9 coils that are pulsing and generating for the capacitors. Okay, we're gonna juice it up. Right now we're looking at 2 volts left in the capacitors. We're going to turn that on, and that's going to immediately juice up. It'll stabilize eventually once we get it going. Alright, we're going to push this in. You hear that? Holy smoke. And that jumped up about 10 volts. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to get this Okay, we're going to let that get up to speed. It'll be about 50 volts. Alright, we're gonna cut it now. And once you cut it, it immediately drops like 30 volts. But now that the power's cut, that was definitely increasing from 16 to 17. Now from 15 to 16. Well, it's going down, but it's definitely kind of fluctuating each time it goes down, so it goes back up. And when the power supply just got down to 0, I noticed like a spike in voltage. Alright, so alright, we're going to leave it right there. That's going to obviously spend the voltage faster. I'm seeing some fluctuations in the voltage that I don't normally see. But that looks like it's going to mosey on down nice and slow. I don't know exactly what time we cut the power, but we can say it was about a minute ago. And this is without power. It's going at speed, which I think is pretty cool. Not like as fast as it can go, but it's going pretty fast for just being on caps. We got about 9 volts stored up. See, it just spiked to 11. It's spiking, and it's not a bad thing for me. It's more voltage. Yeah, that's good, I think. But in the end, it's going to continue to go down. But I think this is a win for like capacitors. That's moving pretty fast. And there's very little like vacuum going on because of how far away I have the coils from the rotor. Because I was using my other rotor and two magnets kind of like flew off. So I had to switch rotors, and the magnets just happened to be a little bit farther out, and I decided to leave them. So this is the result. And it is a positive result. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. See, this is good. This is good. We're fluctuating between 6 and 7 volts right now. Five volts. I think we can do with it being a little bit higher, just the whole thing a little bit higher, so the coils are kind of centered. So I gotta get one more disc, just a plain disc, and put it underneath. I gotta give some credit to my levitation discs, whether they're alright. We're at 4 volts. Very fluctuating in the 200 volt like reading thing. It's very not stable. So it's going on a positive over there. Let's see here. We'll go here. Right there. That capacitor right there is hooked to the multimeter is hooked to the positive, and then this is hooked to the positive as well over here. And I don't think it's incorporating everything else, just, well, maybe it is. I think because of the positive. I don't know though. I think it's only linked to like a few coils and not the other capacitor, so. But it is giving a reading that seems to be accurate. Here, let me get that back to there. It's hard for me to know where to plug it in to get a good reading, because I'm trying to read the whole system here. I'm not just trying to read a little part of it. I'm trying to read the whole thing. But capacitor to capacitor, if that makes sense. It's the easiest place to plug into is a capacitor. So we're down to 1 volt and it's still moving, and I believe that an aided spin, this is a record for me. Like, it's like 6 minutes, 6:30. We'll see what it is when it stops. Normally I would say this doesn't count, but it is a volt registering in the capacitors. So, oh, we're down to 0 now. Fluctuating between 1 and 0. And then we're going to have total coast once it's done. I think somewhere in the 3rd minute we started doing this. So cut the power, that is. And I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Try and get all the coils kind of, at least have part of the middle and the center of the rotor magnets line up. See, like that one over there is a little low. Some of them are dead on, so it's like, do I really want to mess with it? You know, maybe I won't mess with it. See, this is a good coast. This is really good coast. We are registering 0. Now you really can't count this because you're not generating anything for the capacitors. So this is like, well, we're gonna count it, but I mean it doesn't like officially count as spin time because it's not being charged. You know what? We're just gonna get a jump start on doing it again. But hey, that's all I got for right now. So peace out. Please subscribe and have a good night. Amen.